Hello, welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. Let me get my big head out the way. So, firstly, obviously, a massive, massive congratulations to all holders of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has surpassed the £100,000 mark, dollar mark. I think it got up to around about 103,000. I think that's likely to continue. There may be a pullback and then another push, but this just shows that we're like right into the exciting phases now of a bull run. Now, a lot of people thought, well, Bitcoin will never hit this, and obviously, last bull run back in 2021, we all thought it would hit it then. It didn't. So it's always be mindful if people are now calling for 250k Bitcoin. Let's just try and temper some expectation a little bit. But just to give you an idea, Bitcoin is flying. If you look at its max chart, you can see its complete trajectory going right the way through, ups, downs. But overall, consistently up. I found this quite interesting. And also today we're going to talk about Trias as well. I know a lot of you want to know about Trias. It's more of a Trias update video, but I just wanted to touch a little bit on Bitcoin before we did that. Here's a post from alpha underscore PLS. He's giving you like the time frame of Bitcoin essentially, and it was at 6 cents when it became magic internet money back in 2010. $32 was its first bubble pop in 2011. $266 Cyprus bank crisis boost in 2013. $1,242 China's first ban in 2013. $86 Mount Gox collapse in 2014. 20k in 2017, which is retail FOMO peak. 3.2k in the crypto winter of 2018. 3.8k COVID crash March 2020. 69k all-time high pre-FTX in November 2021, which we all remember. People were still going, oh, it's going to go again. It's going to hit the 100k. 15.7k for FTX collapse in November 2022. 42k GBTC unlock fears in 2023, 48k when the ETF got approved back in January, and then we've got 100k where we are now. There is no second best. It's very, very interesting. That was its timeline. It's done exactly what we all thought it would do. Maybe slightly later than what we thought it would do, but certainly in this cycle, I think it's slightly early. Now, anyway, this is my first ever video on the channel back in, I think it was July 2023, and it says why you need 1,000 Trias. Don't miss out. Now, since that video, Trias has done amazing things, but also had a real big battle with Kucoin, and we'll touch on that. We'll look at the statement as well. I'm not going to read the entire statement. It's about a 10-minute read, so we're going to pick out some of the key points essentially of that. But that was back, like I said, then, and I still have a lot of conviction, a lot of bullish energy around Trias. It's one of my favorite projects. So Trias did release a tweet saying that the expected announcement is here. We will find more than you wish for. We'll cover a wide range of topics, including regarding community and amazing progresses, such as the Kucoin update, which I think was key to absolutely everyone. I think had a massive negative effect on price, which we'll show you just shortly. Exchange-related news, cross-chain bridging, conversion, portal reactivation, an upcoming Trias staking, which is obviously massive, and developments in cryptos and its meaning for Trias itself. So we'll look at that now. So it's building a global future for Trias hand in hand. Now, this letter aimed at the Trias community. Feel free to come and have a good look at this. I think it's something you would find some value in, but we're just going to pull out a few bits. So the Kucoin delisting and asset withdrawal. I think it delists officially in 4 days' time on the 9th of December. So Kucoin is no more when it comes to Trias. They're completely delisting it. We had the ST tag. We had all that concern and worry for a long time. I wasn't particularly worried about it, but maybe I should have been a bit more cautious because obviously it is a thing that did have a massive impact on price. For quite some time, Trias has been diligent working with Kucoin. Now, I know there's a lot of people saying that it's Kucoin's fault. A lot of people are saying it's Trias's fault, but there is now a solution to this, and I think it's something we need to look at going forward. Representatives to remove the ST, which is the special treatment tag from our token. We were making significant progress on the list of requirements provided by Kucoin, and we're optimistic about the removal of the ST tag. I think we all were. We had healthy discussions with a clear path to solution where we completed all the necessary steps from our side and was informed that the resolution was imminent. Unfortunately, that resolution never came. So to our surprise and without prior notification, to the Trias team, Kucoin announced the delisting of Trias. The decision was a shock to us, especially given our ongoing efforts to meet their requirements. Additionally, Kucoin instructed users to withdraw their assets through the Heco chain as HRC20 tokens. The issues with that is that it's well known that Heco chain had not been actively developed for several years, and Trias has announced 2 years ago that it would remove liquidity from the Heco chain. Heco Chain's social media has been inactive also for years, and there were no updates or social updates or actual development was made. And then it goes into tell you a little bit about that. So the solutions and next steps, which I think is probably what everyone really wants to know. Considering the above information, we leave it up to our community to judge the matter themselves. But for us, the issue is clear. Even though the listing and withdrawal issues were not caused by Trias, we still will take responsibility for solutions as we prioritize our community's interest above everything else. Now that's bullish to me. That's good. A lot of people who had them tokens stuck on Kucoin, for instance, would be delighted that Trias are taking these steps. We've been working tirelessly to find a solution which is required through analysis and accounting before deciding to implement it. After evaluating several options, despite the initial request to hold users from withdrawing to Heco, so when it first came out, Qcoin was saying withdraw to there, and Trias was saying, no, don't, let us come up with a solution first, and once we've come up with a solution, then we'll give you next steps. And if you want to know how to do this, by the way, there is a step-by-step, essentially, on the Trias Telegram. I suggest you go there, the official Trias Telegram. Be wary of scammers and things like that. If you guys are still struggling after you've gone through all them processes, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try and do maybe a short little step-by-step on how you do this. Again, I'm not employed by Trias anyway, though, so you still have to take everything with a pinch of salt, but I will do that video if you guys request it. So at the point in time, investors who are stuck in Qcoin wanting to be included in the snapshot can withdraw their tokens to Heco Chain HRC20. The team will take a snapshot of the assets on the Heco Chain at 10 Universal Time each day from December the 9th onwards after Qcoin removed withdrawals regarding the specific number of positions held by all holders. Now, if you are a holder on Qcoin and still continue to be so, you've got a very small window now to get them off. They're suggesting that MetaMask is the easiest solution. And if you look at the Trias Telegram, it does give you that step-by-step guide. I would implore you to check that out. You don't want to be there on the 10th of December without any of your tokens that you've obviously worked hard and bought. So today, like I say, is the 5th of December. So then we'll fix this matter for all users according to the snapshot, allowing a solution for their tokens to be tradable again, which is great. That's what you want if you want to take your profits. So to summarize, your tokens on Qcoin will not be lost. They will have to be first withdrawn into Heco Chain and recorded in the snapshot. We will ensure the safety and continuity of your assets. A Thanksgiving gesture, because there's recently been Thanksgiving in America. We view this solution as our Thanksgiving treat to our community, demonstrating our dedication to resolving issues and valuing our community's trust and support. So then that's good. That's resolving a situation that a lot of people found themselves in. Hopefully that situation will now be resolved, and then we can look forward to a brighter future with Trias, and definitely, some significant pricing increases, which again we'll touch on a little bit later on, because there's a few price predictions that are not knocking around that I think are interesting. So exchange-related news, they're excited to inform us about their significant progress they've made in cooperation with exchanges and our mission and goal to expand Trias onto a more high-quality exchanges, improving the liquidity and expansion of Trias in the global market. So again, it talks about the TEP alongside the other legacy chains. They're unifying all liquidity into different chains, starting with MEXC, the exchange where they currently have the most activity, obviously down to what happened with Qcoin. They're looking to get on other tier 1 and tier 1.5 exchanges, hopefully as early as Q1 2025, which is great. It's like a month away. Then it talks about MEXC futures. First of all, I want to state that MEXC futures for Trias is not activated by team's request. So once the liquidity threshold of Trias and MEXC increased, the system automatically added Trias to the futures list. We are aware that our community does not prefer to have this option, and looking back, removal of this feature brought a good catalyst for the rise of Trias price early this year, so we are aware of its implications. We have asked MEXC to once again remove this feature immediately, considering our friendly and fruitful discussions regarding the TEP Trias listing. We expect this request to be fulfilled at the earliest opportunity that they have once they go through their internal process. So it looks like that MEXC futures will be removing Trias in that regard, but obviously you would still be able to get it on spot, hold, and then move it to a cold storage. Then it talks a little bit about a cross-chain bridge. We won't go into that today, and you can have a look at why then developments are crucial and things like that. Staking for Trias. Now, this is going to be quite interesting because I know a lot of people want to stake and earn that kind of passive income. They're thrilled to announce that they are nearing completion of the staking functionality. The feature will bring significant utility to the Trias token, strengthening their ecosystem by improving network security through increased participation from key nodes. Again, come and read this yourselves if you're interested in the staking side. We will make a video on this that more closer to the time when it becomes more active, but little key points that starting in Japan, South Korea, and other Asian countries, and expanding to a global scale, our technology aims to drive the transformation from Web 2 to Web 3, placing Trias at the forefront of this evolution. Our goal is to unify all past, present, and future use cases under one ecosystem, creating the most decentralized, fast, and secure blockchain infrastructure in the world. Bullish, that's what you want to hear, right? Developments in crypto and Trias's bright future. So they're talking about that ZA's bank, crypto trading services in Hong Kong, adding to the positive momentum. Hong Kong's largest digital bank has received approval to offer cryptocurrency trading services directly to retail users, which is what you want. You need the next wave of retail to come in. The development marks a significant step forward in integrating traditional banking with the future of finance, making crypto trading more accessible and secure for a broader audience. Now, we probably know that everything's going to go digital at some point. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing for society is always one that's going to be up for debate. I still like the idea that cash would still exist, but it's one of them things. You either move with the times, you get left behind. If you get left behind, can you have a secure lifestyle going forward? Hong Kong are to offer crypto tax exemption for hedge funds and family offices. So that's interesting as well. And then it goes through why these developments matter for Trias. Now, again, come and have a look at this. It's on medium.com. Have a good read through. It is interesting. But if you look at the partnerships with industry giants now, like the China Federation of Logistics and Purchasing, the CFLP, Huawei, Netstars, and more will leverage blockchain technology to create more secure and transparent logistical networks, boosting confidence among stakeholders. Thank you, Trias community, for your continued trust, support, and enthusiasm. Together, we are shaping the future of blockchain technology and creating a world of limitless possibilities. Stay tuned for more updates as we embark on this exciting journey. Warm regards, Trias team. So I'm happy with that. They've come up with a solution to an issue to give you some bullish news on the side as well, and then we can look at Trias now. So Trias is doing okay. It's up to $7. Went right down. This is where obviously a lot more of the news came out and things like that, but it went right down to just $2.10. So if you'd have decided to back it there, then you'd have made a decent profit even from now. So that's really important. Like I say, we've been talking about this for a while. If we look at its max chart, we were discussing Trias, down here where we were picking it up, and obviously it did some decent spikes up to $16, and now it's back on the road to that again. Now the information is come through positively, which is what we want. So I'm still super bullish on Trias. I still hold my Trias, and I still really think it can do unbelievable numbers. Some of the big selling points for me is the ecosystem it's building is fantastic. Go and check their website. You can check each of the other ecosystems within it. So it's really interesting. It's only 10 million in supply as well, which is super low. And I think that's key. I love scarcity. I've mentioned this before. So let's have a look at what some of you guys think about it. So at Crypto Caffeine, with two E's on the end, or Modern Bozo, has said Trias, with all the FUD cleared up, now it's good time to evaluate the bullish scenario. We're in wave 3 of a move to $130 plus, expecting to see $50 on completion of wave 3, maybe higher if extended, and then a pullback to retest previous all-time high of $30, blast off to $130 to $150. Things can obviously extend. Seen some targets for 300 plus, which is certainly possible. I think $130 is very doable, and we'll be happily take profit there and leave a moon bag. Now, I agree. I think that it's definitely, going to be $100 plus token. I've thought that from day one. Could it go as high as 1,000? Maybe some of the FUD that was involved will prevent that from happening on this particular cycle, but maybe next cycle you could be looking at this as a 4-figure project, which excites me. And obviously having that moon bag there will be useful. But again, once how the crypto cycles work, once we get into bear market territory again, that's the time to be accumulating as much as you can, ready for the next big bull market. Hopefully what you're talking about now around 2027 to 2029, you're probably going to be looking at that. Again, super bullish. I'm really excited about it. Again, not financial advice at all. There's no financial advice on the channel. And then Captain Jack at Jackal_1982 said, once Bitcoin cools off and money flows into the big caps, into these small caps, this alt season, Trias will do at least a 10x from these prices, but more likely 100 to 1,000x. Only 10 million supply. People think about it. It's a no-brainer. I agree. I think it's very good project. It's something that I really do have a lot of belief in, and something that I'm going to hold until I get to the right profit taking strategy on Trias. Massively bullish about it. I hope this cleared a few things up for you. I know that a lot of people have been asking me in comments, in Telegram and places like that, just saying, can you do a Trias update? So here it is. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you don't have any Trias, if Trias is something that you want to buy, there is a link in the description to MEXC affiliate. which basically gives me a little kickback, gives the channel a little kickback if you ever trade, buy, or I think it's spot buy, any trade, anything like that on MEXC. If you go through my link, it does give me a kickback. So I appreciate everyone who's already done that already. The option is there. It's in the description below. If you can all smash the subscribe button, I'll be absolutely delighted about that as well. If you can do that, we'll push towards the 5,000 subscriber mark, which is what we're aiming for as quickly as humanly possible as we get into the really exciting part of this bull run. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, have an amazing day, have an amazing evening. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.